Hi, I'm Phil Berman from Balanced Catamarans, and I'm down in St. Francis Port. We just launched one of our Balanced 526 catamarans, and I'm standing here behind a new head that we designed for our boats. I've always had this philosophy. I jokingly say that bling can sting, and one of the things that you see in a lot of high-performance catamarans these days is what they call a square top main with a big large gaff batten that goes across, because it's supposedly going to increase the performance and that sort of thing. Well, in really small boats and racing boats, the marginal performance increase means a lot, but in much larger catamarans, you're talking about a very small increase in sail area, but you're actually adding to a lot of the complexity to the boat, because when you have a long square top sail, you also have to have a gaff batten to hold up that big roach. And what that means is, to get the sail to drop down fully into the sail bag, you have to have these contraptions. You either have to have what's called an anomaly head car, which is this headboard that sort of pulls apart to drop the head down into the sail bag, or you have to have some spectra cord that runs down from one of the back cars up to the top to let the head drop. But in my opinion, both of those things are not great. They are both potential failure points. And also the anomaly head cars are really heavy. And what we've learned is that you have to end up climbing up several steps on top of the mast to actually pull the sail and get it down into the bag. And so in my opinion, that fathead look, the square top look that everyone wants, is really in many ways an affectation and leads to making the boat more complicated, because you're only talking about an increase in square footage of like 18 square feet, which in the end is really, really marginal. But I realize that everybody wants that cool look. Okay, so well, how do we do that? So I worked carefully with our sailmakers here in South Africa to create a new head. So we put the largest possible straight batten that we could, and then we angled back. So we're only losing, really, my goodness, like I say, it's probably less than 10 feet of square footage on the sail. But it also has this nice kind of modern look. But look, it's a conventional car. The sail comes down straight into the bag, and there's no failure point. There's no complexity. The sail drops in the bag. You don't have an anomaly head car. You don't have strings that are attached. And in my opinion, you know, a big part of what we're doing at Balance is following my philosophy that you want to make the boats as reliable. You want to remove failure points. You want to simplify things as much as you can, and yet still achieve great performance. And what I see in a lot of the performance cat market is people get all caught up on this or that, go fast, whatever. They end up spending considerable amounts of money and getting marginal performance benefits, but they're making their boats a lot more complicated, and they're making their boats less reliable. And that's not what we want for a cruising couple that's going sailing. The other really cool thing about this new design that we're doing is we lowered the boom on all of our boats down and raised the clew. So now when I drop this mainsail down, the head is right here. I literally can detach and attach the head of the sail standing on the deck of the boat. So no more do you have to climb up on steps at sea, banging around to detach or attach your halyard. And to my opinion, that's just a really, really good thing. And so it's just another example of how at Balance we're constantly thinking about our boats and improving upon them and coming up with concepts that go with our philosophy of reliability, simplicity, and performance in a balance. So there you go, stay in balance. Come to South Africa and check it out with us.